Isn't it funny? After something's dead long enough, it becomes valuable? At the Scooby-Doo files, we don't deal in rumor. We deal in reports, statements, and physical evidence. Tonight's case file comes from a university's archaeology department that, for legal reasons, no longer allows costume exhibits, live demonstrations, or unsupervised sandwiches. This is the case of the mummy Ankha. It's an incident involving an Egyptian mummy that multiple victims were turned to stone, and one suspect who hid behind history long enough to almost get away with it. According to the university records, Mystery Inc. was invited to assist with the setup of a new exhibit. This is consistent with their history of being asked to help with things they are not technically qualified for. The exhibit's centerpiece was an Egyptian mummy identified as Ankha, recently removed from a tomb and transported to campus. Present during setup was Dr. Najib, an archaeologist attached to the project. Dr. Najib provided an early briefing to the group. His statement included a warning. Any disturbance of Ankha would result in the offender being turned to stone. This was not presented as folklore, it was presented as policy. The persons of interest in this case were Fred Jones, Daphne Blake, Velma Dinkley, Scooby-Doo, and Norville, Shaggy, Rogers. Shaggy's hunger will be very relevant to this case. While the others focused on exhibit preparation, Shaggy wandered in search of food. This is corroborated by Scooby's statement and several crumbs recovered at the scene. During this time, Shaggy removed a small Egyptian coin from the exhibit. There was no evidence that this was an intentional theft. He was eating a sandwich that contained at least 3 meats and something green. His hands were full. The coin was placed in his pocket and forgotten. At the time, no alarms were triggered. Mystery Inc. left the building to get food. When they returned, the building was no longer operating as a museum. Glass cases were shattered. Security doors were forced open. Multiple staff members were immobilized. Victims were found standing upright, frozen in place, encased in what appeared to be stone. Among them, the professor overseeing the exhibit and Dr. Najib himself. This suggested the curse had already been activated. Shortly after discovery of the victims, a figure matching Ankha's description was seen moving through the building. Witnesses described slow movement, outstretched arms, repetitive groaning, a lack of urgency inconsistent with most criminal suspects. Notably, the entity ignored most individuals. It focused primarily on Shaggy and Scooby-Doo. Specifically, it attempted to grab Shaggy's pocket. This resulted in multiple pursuits incidents across hallways, laboratories, storage areas, at least one space where the only function appears to be running in circles. As chases continued, Velma Dinkley began identifying inconsistencies. The entity appeared in locations too quickly. Bandages were shed and recovered. Analysis showed they were not ancient. The stone victims felt incorrect. Material testing revealed the statues were not stone. They were cement, fresh, recently mixed, purposefully applied. This reframed the entire incident. A search of restricted areas uncovered molds, tools, and cement supplies. The so-called curse did not kill victims. It immobilized them, long enough to remove any item hidden inside Ankha's display. That item was a diamond scarab concealed within the exhibit and accessible only by using the Egyptian coin, the same coin currently located in Shaggy Rogers' pocket. During a final confrontation, the mummy was unmasked. The individual underneath it was Dr. Najib, alive and uncursed. His earlier petrified body was confirmed to be a decoy statue. Dr. Najib admitted to inventing the curse, using fear to control witnesses, and employing the mummy disguise to retrieve the scarab. He stated, and we quote, "No one questions history when it scares them." What the gang discovered was if you insert the coin into a hippo statue located in the museum, it opened a secret compartment that contained the diamond scarab. The diamond scarab was valued at a significant sum. This aligns with the recurring pattern in these case files. If something has been dead long enough, it becomes priceless. And if a story sounds ancient enough, people stop asking modern questions. After resolving the case, the victims were freed, the scarab was recovered, and Dr. Najib was taken into custody. Ankha was returned to his display. Shaggy and Scooby celebrated with food. The Ankha case demonstrates a familiar truth. Monsters are fake. The curse was a story. But the crime was real. And once again, the biggest threat wasn't the supernatural. It was someone who understood presentation. This has been a constant in the Scooby-Doo files. And to the Scrappy Squad out there, if you receive an ancient artifact in the mail, don't touch it. And if you do touch it, check your pockets. We reached out to Mystery Inc. for feedback on this specific case. Fred Jones said to us, "I will stand by the trap. The problem wasn't the plan, it was the physics. Yes, I would have built the same trap again, probably bigger." Daphne Blake has stated, "Everyone keeps asking if I was scared. I was mostly annoyed that he ruined my boots. At some point, you realize these things aren't the scariest parts. It's the people who plan them. I don't chase villains anymore. They chase me." Velma Dinkley, "The motive was obvious once you ignore the supernatural nonsense. Statistically speaking, any adult wearing a mask is hiding something. And no, I don't miss the mystery. I miss the quiet before we unmasked him." Shaggy Rogers said to us, "Look, I signed up to eat sandwiches and hang out with my friends and drive around in a van, man. No one mentioned psychological warfare, dude. Every time they say one last clue, it's never the last clue." We asked for comment from Scooby-Doo, and he said, "Ruh-roh, Riri, I trusted Dr. Rajib. Rex Crace, what are you rowing to rue?" We've been trying to transcribe this so we can better understand what the canine meant. We'd received an email about this case file. It had read, "Please stop referring to the Ankha incident as the mummy thing in official documentation. The university has requested all future correspondence use the phrase unauthorized archaeological performance. Also, whoever labeled evidence box 3 as definitely cursed ? Please remove the question mark." We have received a voicemail from the museum.
Hello? Yes, this is Dr. Feldman from the archaeology department. We just wanted to clarify that the man wrapped in bandages running through the building was not part of the exhibit. We feel that this should be stated on record.
We had received another voicemail from a security guard.
Yeah, hi, it's me. The statue by the West Wing definitely moved. I know what I said last time, but this time I didn't blink. Please stop asking if I believe in curses. That feels unrelated.
We'd received another call from an unknown source.
"You people keep files on monsters, but you never ask why they choose the costumes they do. Bandages are easy, stone is hard. Think about it."
We have some pieces of evidence that are relevant to this case. They would not give us access to the Egyptian coin or anything in the exhibit. However, there were remainders of Shaggy's sandwich left over. We've kept this in a sealed baggie. It still smells faintly of mustard. Evidence item number 33, the diamond scarab. Estimated value, extremely high, possibly priceless. Estimated moral weight, extremely low. Recovered and intact, currently in exhibit. Internal case notes. Reminder, mummies do not typically sprint, teleport, or double back through hallways. Velma identified cement in under 5 seconds. This has been noted. If Shaggy had not been eating, this case would have taken significantly longer. We have an addendum to this case. The university has asked us that we clarify there is no ongoing curse. We have agreed to do so. Off the record, we recommend not touching anything older than yourself. And if you'd like to see more content like this, please like and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can see the next series of case files, which will all be coming soon. Thank you for watching this episode of the Scooby-Doo Files.